when you said goodbye to me.
Hey guys, it's Dustin with Citrus Distillers. I wanted to go over the different bottle sizes that we do today. We offer a lot of different bottle sizes, just about anything you can imagine. We can do the 50 mLs, we can do the 100 mLs, we can do the 200 mLs, the 375 ml, the 750 ml, we can do the 1 liter, we can also do the 1.75 liter, and we can do cans and pouches as well. So if you have any additional questions, please let me know, but we can support all of those sizes to support your product. We work on a lot of different projects, and a lot of the times people just don't understand how the bottles and the actual labels work to make it look great. So what I wanted to do today is spend just a couple minutes and kind of explain things to you. There's a lot of different bottles out there on the market. You've got square bottles, you've got perfectly round bottles, you've got tapered bottles, which is very similar to this. Tapered is where the sides aren't all the way straight up. It's got the taperedness to it. So when you're choosing a bottle design, it's important to actually figure out what you want in terms of the look. So the easiest label to actually get applied is going to be on a perfectly round bottle where the actual label can be rolled onto there. We use label rolls, and this is just empty roll of labels, but as you can see, when it goes on, it's going to actually roll onto it and pressure apply the label so that it goes on smoothly and it's not going to come off again. In cases where you've got a square bottle, there's no way to really apply that in a round motion, so we got to use different equipment on a square bottle. Now the big one lately is the tapered bottle. When you're applying a label to this bottle, as you can see from the video, it looks like it's going on perfectly round, but there's actually spaces in there which are going to cause creases in the actual label. The whole idea when you do a tapered bottle is you need to actually have your printer do a die cut for the taperedness on the bottle, so that when the label gets applied, the label goes on straight onto the bottle. If it's not tapered, then what's going to happen is the label will go on crooked and you're going to get creases in it. So that's going to save a lot of headaches for and money if you're buying labels, is to make sure that your label setup is correct for the bottle that you're trying to use. So remember, for a tapered bottle, you have to get the actual die cut in a tapered form so that when it's applied to the label, it goes on correctly. Now, we use typically a roll number 3 direction when a label is rolled on, and what that means is it basically starts from the right and actually rolls it onto there. So it's called right of copy number 3, and as you can see, that label will go on perfectly every time with that. In a case where it's a square or rectangular bottle or similar to this, the label actually has to come from the top and be rolled all the way down onto the bottle, so that way it goes on correctly. Now, in a case like that, we actually use a roll direction number 1, and we use a label applicator that actually comes down and presses the label onto each side. Now, if you're doing multiple sides, we have to actually do that process. So what you want to do when you have your labels done is, if you're going to have a front label, a side label, or a back label, all of that needs to go in order on the actual label, roll. So in this case, you would have your front label, which would be the first one, side label, and then back label, and then it would start again. So front label, side label, back label. That way, when we're actually applying your label, it goes on in that correct fashion. If we did not do that, then we would have to go through and do all of the front labels, put all the bottles back in the boxes, go back through and apply the side label, and then go back through and do the back label. It's going to save you money and time if we can actually do the labels right the first time. When it comes to a round bottle, what we typically recommend, if it's going to be 2 labels, front and back, we want you to do your front label and then the back label, front, back, so it's actually going to rotate through those and actually do every bottle the same. That way, when we go to start filling the bottles, we can label and fill and complete the bottle in one step. It's just a lot quicker and cheaper for you. The tapered is the same way, no difference there, except for the die cut. So you'll do the front label and the back label. That'll all be rolled on and you'll be ready to go. I hope that helps you out with your label and bottle designs.